Hello, my name is Deb C., and I'm a spiritual therapist. I spread information, love, and ascension. Today I'm going to talk about cosmic and metaphysical law and unconditional love. There are 12 universal natural laws. The first law is the law of divine oneness. The first and most foundational law of the universe is the law of divine oneness, which highlights the interconnectedness of all things. It says that beyond our senses, every thought, action, and event is in some way interconnected to everything and anything. You must be compassionate with others. We are all created from the God's divine source. With this in mind, we are all part of the same. The second law is the law of vibration. At a microscopic level, everything is in constant motion, vibrating at a specific frequency. This applies to matter, but also one's personal frequency as well. This law says that our vibrational frequency can inform our lived experience. The third law, the law of correspondence. This law states that patterns repeat throughout the universe. Our reality is a mirror of what's happening inside us at that given moment. As above, so below. As within, so without. The fourth law, the law of attraction, is often used for manifestation. Like attracts like. It's important to learn how to vibrate at a level that attracts what you're seeking. You have to have full intent. You have to believe what you're seeking is possible to obtain. When you focus on the negative, you will keep attracting it in your life. Stay in a balanced state of mind. The fifth law of inspired action is that gentle eternal nudge inside of you. It's not always a plan of action. It's all about slowing down, getting quiet, and creating space for your eternal guidance, and most of all, to let go of control. The sixth law of perpetual transmutation of energy, this law states that everything in the universe is constantly evolving or fluctuating. Every action first had a thought, then through the thought we manifested our physical reality. Higher frequencies transmute lower ones when applied with intention to a raised energy. The seventh law of cause and effect highlights the direct relation between action and events. Your vibrational field has a ripple effect. If you're positive and act good, you will get that in return, as well as negative energies if you act bad. The eighth law of compensation is a combination of the law of attraction and the law of correspondence. You know the saying, you reap what you sow? You must contribute to help make your goals into fruition. And connecting these two laws helps others bring abundance to you and helps you bring in abundance like a magnet. The ninth law, the law of relativism, exists in all things. And in the end, meaning comes down to our perspective and our perception. It's how we perceive things that relate to us day to day. The 10th law, the law of polarity. This law is everything in life. It has opposites, good and evil, love and fear, warmth and cold. They are same sides of the same coin. If things are harsh, try and do the opposite to balance out the situation that's happening in front of you. The 11th law, the law of rhythm. Taking note of your inner rhythms and try to work with them. When you're run down, you must stop to acclimate your rhythms. When you're rested, your rhythms balance out, and you can continue forward in a forward movement. The 12th law, the law of gender. Masculine and feminine energy that exist in all things, achieving a balance between masculine and feminine energies. Each human has a male and a female side in them. The male side of us propels us forward to help us reach our goals. The feminine side of us nurtures, heals, and educates us. We are only temporarily human. There is no separation between God and man. It is an energy flow that is constant. Loving your neighbor like yourself creates unconditional love that heals every form of existence. Be mindful and learn what your mission on earth is. Everyone has their unique mission to help each person ascend, be whole, and help be happy. Through knowledge and being in tune to life and existence, it brings love into creation. Once the heart is searching for its eternal flame, then knowledge starts flowing through you. You turn into a pure heart by bringing God's light into yourself. All is one and unconditional. Every separation leads us to struggle, but in reality, there is no separation. You are always connected to love, the Creator. Divine laws integrate into cosmic laws. There is unconditional love that permeates through all the divine and cosmic laws, as well as unconditional life. Being connected to the divine causes an unconditional effect. When love is integrated into every divine law, then that makes love integrated into everything that God created, projecting love into the universe. God's unified principle is God's presence in every interaction of life. When one of God's laws is not met, love fills in that space. Then it turns into a conditional love. And conditional love is very toxic. And that's where all the troubles begin. Because the goal is always to be on the level of unconditional love with everyone and everything. It starts with an unconditional love mindset that heals yourself. And while that heals you, it projects onto your family, it projects onto your friends, and it slowly seeps into society, bringing about world peace. By investigating all things, human knowledge keeps growing and growing. If we integrate unconditional love in our lives, then the Almighty Divine's light permeates everything you do. The souls who do not work on themselves enter other three-dimensional worlds as they do not ascend to the fifth-dimensional planets. Each planet has its own cycle. From their perspective, the ascending souls there are in 3D, and they can't view life in a higher vibrational way. Only when you're in a fifth vibrational body form can you view life in a pure form. So the 3D ceases to exist for those souls that have ascended and raised to the fifth dimension, and those planets as well. The planet also goes into the fifth vibrational body. Earth is in the middle of transitioning upward. We are now in the fourth dimensional vibrational body. The third dimensional Earth doesn't really end. It only ends for ascending souls and ascending Earths. If you are still spiritually in the third dimension, then you will end up in a third planet like Earth, being and staying in the third dimensional thinking causes you to go through continuous hard cycles and continuous hard tests. Being ascended, it stops all that, and your life is so much happier. When you're in the fifth dimension, there is no linear time. You are at a point zero. Each time is an illusion, and there are no more cycles. There are multiple Earths that are third dimensional and are going on at the same perspective as us. Each one looks the same, but are different with their unique template and different names. Each one mirrors the other like a shadow. Depending on the evolution of society on that planet, that is their template for their cycle and their test. Each one is different in that aspect. Each template of the Earth is around 26,000 years, but there are different cycles of evolution inside the 26,000 years. Each Earth is the same being expressed in a different body form. The 26,000 cycle repeats itself for you until you do the inner shadow work and ascend to the fifth dimension. Allow God's plan to grow. The third dimensional mindset, it lowers your vibrational field, and it can never let you grow. You must stop it and ascend, work on yourself little by little to get to your fifth dimension. God created our souls that we are infinite and like the universe. You are the master of your reality. Pre-ego, we were one with nature and one with the divine. It is a necessary state for growth of consciousness. You need to have the negative to see the positive, to understand the concept of controlling the ego and channeling it for the greater good. Be well and be blessed.